Hey, hey, it's Friday. Come dance with me. That's what it's called. All right, so today's the 11th of March. And I'm going to show you, first of all, my new glasses. These are my new sunglasses. There you go. I hope you like them. Anyway, this is on Scientology and celebrities. So I thought my glasses were appropriate for it. How are you guys doing? I want to thank Larry Brennan for coming on here and giving us fabulous information, and Charlie Sheen for giving us some interesting stuff to watch. There's a lot of stuff going on from Egypt, Libya to, you know, Wisconsin. They're doing great. Um, the tsunami in Japan, to everyone there. My love to all of you and to any family and anybody that's been hurt by this. Well, it's just an incredible time for a lot of things happening. But I'm going to continue on with my then and now for people that are trying to kind of learn what Scientology all about and what was it about. And people ask me all the time, like, what got you interested in it? Why? How did you do it? And I've made videos on that. So this one's about celebrities then and now. So when I got in 1969, there were no celebrities. None. Not any. L. Ron Hubbard was living out on a ship, and I think I had just come on land. And in the early 70s, Yvonne Gents came on land as a Sea Org member and started Celebrity Center. And I went there and helped supervise John Travolta, who was really their first celebrity, their first big celebrity. He got welcomed back hotter while he was on it. And Yvonne was great. She really was. She believed everyone had artistic abilities, whether they be music, painting, dancing, whatever. She really, really, really was for you. And she was really great. And so she put out these sandwich signs down on 8th Street. I've told some people about that before, saying the amazing Jimmy Spears is singing tonight. And we would all go. And he was a great singer. And none of us knew it, but he was actually really popular in the Midwest. So he was sort of famous. But we out here didn't know of him. So it was sort of like, who are these guys? And Heber came. Heber arrived with his long hair and his guitar singing Old Blue, for any of you who remember that. Amanda Ambrose. I mean, the guy that I just mentioned, Heber, we don't know where he is. Jimmy Spears, I believe, got killed in a car accident. He's dead one way or the other. Anyway, the earlier guys, I don't know where a lot of them are. Some of them I think are still in the church. Travolta is, obviously. But, back then they only had a few, right? But Yvonne would make it sound like, the amazing so-and-so and the amazing so-and-so. There was Solarian Carr, where Clark Carr now runs Narconon. But at the time, he was a comedy act and very, very funny. I mean, they were very good. It was fun. It was really fun back then. It really was. I'm sure there was stuff that was going on behind the scenes, just as Larry said. And if you haven't listened to more and you want to know more about those days and the management end of things, you can look at larrybren.blogspot.com. And that's in the notes of my last video, because he's got some excellent information. So does Jesse Prince, who is now telling his story again. You can always Google Jesse Prince. He's got some fabulous stuff that he's done videos on. There's some tremendous books that are out that, Blown for Good. You guys all know that's a great book. If you haven't gotten it, get it. Amy's done a book. Amy Scobie, that's an excellent book. Nancy Maney, The Billion-Year Contract, good book. Jeff Hawkins, another really good book. And this gentleman just sent me this book, The Complex. And it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting read. Very much surprised me. I'm just getting into it now. But it's really interesting to help, A, support these people, and B, pass on their names, their stories, whatever it is, Mark Hadley, he's been number 10. I think he's been in the top 10 of Amazon since his book came out. Good job. In the old days, that's another thing. Well, first when I got in, then there were no books out, right? And then slowly people started writing Messiah or Madman in the early 80s. Russell Miller wrote Barefaced Messiah, and there was A Piece of Blue Sky. Those were the three main books that were out. That was it for years. There was no internet back then. So if you wanted to find out any critical information about Scientology, you pretty much had to leave the Church of Scientology and become declared suppressive. And just in case any of you missed my SP Declare, there you go. I like to show it because a lot of people don't even get them anymore because they don't really put them out. But for Tommy Davis, I always point this out because he's constantly saying, oh, we don't have that disconnection. That's not true. If you look on the back, it says her only terminal right up here. Her only terminal is the International Justice Chief via the Continental Justice Chief. And that is from the Church of Scientology. And that means only. When they say only, most people don't get that. But that means only. None, zip, nada, nobody else can talk to me. And for you guys that are in thinking, she can talk to the IJC. He won't ever call me back. I've called him, written to him. I sat outside the building at the HGC saying my only terminal is the IJC. Bring them on out. No. It's a total scam. You guys are lying through your teeth. So here's another thing that happens then and now. This was then and even way more now. This is what you see now. Hey, we really care about you and we're really interested in helping you get free. So we want you to have a seat. We're going to do a free test on you. And we found out that you have X, Y, and Z, that you need help. And there's a chance that Scientology can help you. All right. So that was then. And that continues now. That's called registrating people, getting them to donate. Scientology says they're a religion, but you have to pay for every single step. There's two sides to the bridge to total freedom, which is really a bridge into a ditch. One is training. The other one is auditing. Both of them, every single course, every single day of auditing, every single minute of auditing, you have to pay for. And as you go up, and it's like a triangle, where a lot of people in the bottom leave. And that's another thing about celebrities. They try to throw these names out there. Oh, Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves was there for like a day. They have Charlie Manson. Now, there's a guy to really be proud of that he's part of your church. He was there for, again, a day or two. A lot of people came and left. Walked in, whoosh, left. I've had celebrities call me, find me on the net, Lisa, and actually talk with me. And you know what? Ain't doing it. No way. And what is that? That's not me being, they'll say, oh, she's so suppressive. No, that's me telling them the facts. Go look for yourself. Don't believe me. I always say it. Go look at their stuff. Look at my stuff. Think for yourself. But ask yourself this. Why can't the Church of Scientology say that? Any good group, my dad taught me this. Any good group is going to say, sit down at the table, talk to them. Doesn't matter if they agree with you or not, as long as they'll sit down at the table with you. Because the bullies are the ones that'll never sit down at the table with you. Why? Because they don't really give a shit about you. They don't really care at all about you. A lot of people recently have written me more that are from other abusive organizations or abusive relationships, and they all have that same thing. They don't really care about you. But they'll say they do, but they don't. And then they hurt you, and then they say, oh, I was just kidding, or oh, I was just joking, or honey, I really love you. No. Get out of there before you get too old. So now they do have more celebrities in the Church of Scientology than they did back then because they've been around now, but also celebrities are starting to leave. Jason Beghe, I believe, was the first one that I knew of. Paul Haggis has now left and wrote a fabulous article, which, in fact, the New Yorker magazine was nice enough to send me. There you go, the New Yorker sent to me, and here it is. And if you didn't get it, I really recommend getting a copy of it, a hard copy of it. It's a beautiful article, very well done, really wonderful. So now we have all these books coming out. Again, we've got Mark Hadley, Blown for Good, Amy Scobie, Jeff Hawkins, Nancy Maney, as well as the three that were there from a long time ago, and now the Complex. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but call me and let me know because, it's just people are writing their stories. And if you have a story to write, write your story because it's very important and it will stay around for a very long time. And you know what? Even though you think, everybody's already heard that, everyone has a different twist to things. And the more people that do their stories, I think the better. I really do. So now maybe there's a few more celebrities. There's Nancy, who's the voice of Bart Simpson. There's, Kirstie Alley, who just the other night ticked off all of her neighbors, didn't invite them. Kirstie, think about it. I mean, first of all, good job on losing weight. I think that is really good. I suffered with it for a long time and lost 100 pounds. So I think that's good. But you having your huge party loud and not even inviting your neighbors totally violates your tech, the non-existence formula, because your store is in non-existence and now is actually dropped below non-existence because you didn't apply it. Okay? So it's amazing to me to watch Scientologists not apply their own tech and think, hello, surprise, they're all ticked off. I wonder why. But you don't care because you had your friends there. So there you go. You can have your friends, and that's why you have less and less people in the Church of Scientology. Because you guys are snotty, and you're exclusive, and you think you're the best, and you don't care about what we say, and that's why more and more celebrities are waking up and leaving. And you know what? I'm going to tell this to any celebrity listening. The Church of Scientology could care less about you. Only reason you are there is because they know Hubbard realized, and so does Miscavige, that they could use your name and your power to move Scientology to get more money. Remember, L. Ron Hubbard said, if you want to make money, start a religion. That's a quote from him. Don't say I said it. He said it, okay? So that's their purpose with celebrities. And I've watched it. They're very careful on it. Now we have the internet, and that is the difference. Because people can go on in their dining room and poke around. I just ran into a guy at the grocery store, and it was really fun to meet him. It's fun to run into people, and you know what? They're okay now. It's a little different than it used to be. It used to be so black and white. Like, ooh, you're so evil. But now people can come on and go, well, I don't know, she doesn't look that evil to me. And she did have some pretty interesting stuff to say. And even if you don't like me, there's a million other people. Go to xenotv.com. Go to xenu.net. Poke around. See Larry's site. There's tons of information on the internet about all kinds of things that the people have been kept from learning about. And thankfully, for everybody out that's helping expose the abuses, more and more people are learning about it. So thank you to Anonymous. Thank you to the critics. Thank you to the Scientologists that are now out and helping more people get out. Thank you to the ex-Scientologists. All of us together are having an excellent time. And if you're in and you're thinking about leaving, come on out because we are definitely having a good time. And there you go with my sunglasses. There you go. All right, so I love you guys. For anybody that's having a very difficult time because of all this stuff going on, remember, we love you, I love you, and things are going to get better. They will. They have to. That's all there is to it. So in the meantime, it's Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And think about Ida. If you can come out to the Picket and Hemet, we're there tomorrow, all day. Bye-bye. Love you.